Hello, welcome to the show. As always, I'm your host, Chris Honors. Thank you for tuning in, where we promise you that we will have a special guest joins on the show. My very good friend, Bola Praise, is on the show today. Praise. Also, I have to include that as well. Now, I'm going to be in trouble. Hello, Bola. How are you today?
Hi, Chris. How are you? Thanks for
good.
the invite. Thanks for inviting me here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have to include everything. You know, our names are very long. We have to have 1, 2, 3, and add them together. Thank you. First, I want to congratulate you for the wonderful book you've released there called Make Your Life Count. Amazing. It's a good way of how you catch the mind of how we live today. So well done to that book. And for this reason, we want to get to meet you. Bola, so tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Bola Praise for short. You can just leave the F for like me out. So to make it shorter, so Bola Praise. So that's what people calls me. That people call me Bola Praise. So call me Bola Praise. So I'm a Nigerian living in Ireland since 2005. I work as a social care staff in the disability sector in Ireland here. Yeah, and I live in Dublin. Yeah.
Wow, well done, Bola. So, first again, I want to say,
well then I have 3 children. I shouldn't forget my children. I have 3 children. two grown-up adults, 2 adults, and 1 teenager. Yeah.
You have to include them in. You have to. Otherwise, they come and say, "Mom, you're just yourself alone. What about we?"
Yeah.
But thank you once more again for bringing yourself on board. Like I said in before the whole show, we said writing a book it's not a day job. It's a journey. It's an experience. It's a whole lot of stuff put together to encourage, to give people a different faith and how you be able to move on from there. So let's talk about this wonderful book called Make Your Life Count. What really inspires you to write a book? Tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you for that question. I actually wasn't going to bring out this book when I got that inspiration. It was in 2013, and the Lord told me, I'm a believer, I believe in God. So I was sleeping, and I got that inspiration. I empowered you to empower people. And I was like, what do I have to empower people with? I don't have anything. And so after 4 years, then I took that vision on board. Then I had a radio station to my name. It was an online radio station, but presently it's not working. So then I brought out, I carved out a section there that I titled Make Your Life Count. So I come up every Saturday to talk to people, to inspire people, to empower people, as the Lord has said that He had empowered me to empower people. So every week I'll come up with different topics because I look around and I see people struggling. There was a day we were in the class and we needed to talk about ourselves. And one of my friends, acquaintance, now said, they're asking us about our talents. I don't really have any. And that got me thinking, these are the problem people are facing. They don't really know that they have talents in them. So that was what brought this radio show then. So I started talking every week. I'll bring up different topics. So the topics are what I compiled now to write this book. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. That's a good storyline, And I want to fall back to when you said you are a Christian, you believe in God, your faith, likewise myself. But I want you to kind of narrate this other side now, because sometimes people try to figure out, how do I know when God speaks to me? And if God speaks to me, how would I kind of walk around it? So from your book, you're saying that God spoke to you, give you the revelation on this very name, which you call Make Your Life Count. So how do we walk around? How do we know, if you want to educate us more?
That how do you know if God talks to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it depends on your relationship with God, I would say. But even having said that, I remember when I was young, I didn't even know anything about God. But I would see some revelations in my dream. I was very young, pretty young, around 9 years old. So I wouldn't say I was a Christian then, or a believer, or a child of God, or a born again Christian. But I was getting revelation from God. So at times, it will come through your dream. It will come through a nudge in your heart, like something will just inspire you. We Christians, we attribute it to God. But some people out there may say, my instinct told me to do this. But as Christian, we say the Holy Spirit inspired me. So you may know that the Lord is talking to you when you have that positive thought that drops into your heart. I want to believe that it is not just a coincidence. It's just not only instinct. It's God talking to you.
Well spoken. I like the way you narrated that, because we have different beliefs, and it's good for people to know that God can speak to you from anywhere. It could be a dream. Yeah. It could be when you're awake. It could be in a different way, so it is good. We come back to the book. Don't give too many information about what's inside, because at the end of the day, I want people to go out there and buy this book. I know you can get it from Amazon and the rest. I'll come back to that. So what are the specifics that one could really find about this book that would make us want to go more, read this book and understand what your vision and revelation God will share with you that you put in that book?
Yeah. So their book is written it has 14 chapters. Okay. And these days, people's attention span it's so short. People have short attention span. So they don't want to take ages reading and reading. They don't want to do that. So it's written a very short, each chapter is very, I have them very nicely written, plain English and very short. So I don't want them to keep reading and go and be looking for interpretation or dictionary. So I don't want them to do that because they'll get bored. The one thing I do when I'm reading a book, I want to have it bullet points. So whatever that's important points, let it be in bullet points so that they can scan through it and glance through and get something tangible out of it. Then the topics are very, very they are life-changing topics. Yeah. The first one now, I'm not going to go into the like you said, but the first chapter says you are not a mistake. Yeah. You are not a mistake. Many people will say, oh, because I was born in Africa, I didn't have the privilege of having everything to myself, that there are great opportunities. We know that there are better opportunities in the Western world. So, but the third world country, we don't have that opportunity. This is the reason why I couldn't fulfill my destiny. No. When God created you purposely in that third world country so that you can be an agent of change in that country. Sure. You say that, okay, your parents were not married, you were born into a very poor family. It wasn't a mistake. God strategized it that way for his own glory to shine, for people to see that things can come out of from nowhere, from a bottomless pit. You can go to the peak of your success. Like Oprah, we have a lot of people that came from they rose through the ladder of success from nowhere. So you are not a mistake. Whatever circumstance that is surrounding your existence, take it on board and use those problems to scale through, to rise through the ladder. That's the first one. It says you are not a mistake. The second one says you are God's masterpiece. Many people, there are lots of books inside people. Some people, they have no confidence to bring this book out. Who will read my book? What do I have to offer? Things like that. They disqualify themselves before starting. They are looking for people to endorse them. They are looking for people to tell them you can do it. And lo and behold, they keep waiting and waiting, and nobody's coming to tell them you can do it. If you don't sound your trumpet, nobody will sound it for you. So instead, you are God's masterpiece. God created you wonderfully, and you are fearfully created. So regardless of your shortcomings, accept it. Build on it and keep going. It's loaded, actually. There are loads of
I totally agree. There was something that came to my head where I said, okay, hold on to this, and then you brought another one. You are like, okay, I've lost that one. Which am I going to calculate here? But,
sorry.
No, you're fine. That is the beauty. That is the beauty of this book. Is giving people more inspiration. And like you mentioned, nobody is gonna ordain you if you don't ordain yourself. Nobody's gonna acknowledge you if you don't acknowledge yourself. And for the fact that you mentioned that a lot of people have so many stuff there, but they're waiting for somebody to say, hey, go ahead before they make the move. And it never works. Like your own book, you mentioned as well. Oh, you need someone to give you all the acknowledgement before you write the book. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. But you took the bold step to do that. So what you're saying is totally right. And that's what we're facing in our society today, that everybody, or not everybody, but majority of people kind of wait back to want to get an approval before they actually do something. And from the fact where you said everyone is blessed with different gifts, we just have to go out there to utilize it. And that's one of them you've done today, so fair play to you for really bringing this whole chapter into conversation. So back to yourself, how long did it take you to kind of put up this all right up? Is it 1, 2, 3 years, or I know it's a process, but it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, I would say I started the Make Your Life Count series on my radio channel then.
Okay.
In 2018. So after I ended the series. So I think I started 19.
Okay.
So when I was writing it, I started it 2019 actually, but I had to put it on hold because I started writing another one, which is a daily devotional. So I did that devotional. I put this on hold and I finished the daily devotional, which was published last year, 2020. Yeah. So when I finished publishing that, I'm like, okay, now this year you have to do this. Then I completed it.
Yeah.
So it's like a year and a half.
Yeah. I mean, like I was just kind of trying to kind of imagine how, the process of, putting the books and writing, yourself, you have to go through editing process, you have to go through review, all of this just to make sure there's no error and, all of these things. So fair play to you. So, back, when is your program coming back? Are you thinking of going back to your radio show back again, or you just kind of want to kind of concentrate on your book going forward?
Yeah, I think I'll concentrate on the book, because I think this will go farther than my radio station. I don't know, because then there were few people that joins, only few people joins the program, because I don't know why it was like 20 people, maybe at times 15 people, 10 people.
Yeah.
But I believe this book will go a long way than the radio. Like that's once you say that one on maybe Saturday, I don't really repeat it. Every Saturday I come up with different, but this can be like visited. You can go back to it several times. Yeah. So I believe it's better to be in this book
kind
format.
of stick in one thing and walk through the whole process back. Let's talk about where people can find it. So would this be available like Amazon? Because I kind of see something there as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's available on Amazon Marketplace, Amazon France, all the marketplaces on Amazon. It's available there. Amazon.co.uk, Amazon.com. It's available, and I sell it myself, but I think it would be easier for people to get it on Amazon. So, but for those of us living in UK, living in Ireland, in Europe, it's more difficult now to buy on Amazon.co.uk because there's this charges they put on it. So it's better for them to go buy it on Amazon, maybe France. Amazon, so for them not to pay the extra charges.
Extra charges, You know yourself, everything you order from the UK is double times double, so.
And people are saying they're having problem like to interpret the language, because if it's Amazon, so just put it on Google Translator, then they'll tell you what to do. So it's easier there.
Awesome. And this book as well is written in English. You're Yoruba, is that correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna do this is me now, they didn't ask me about, I'm gonna ask this one. Are you gonna do the translation for the Yoruba version of it?
No, I don't even know. I cannot even write my Yoruba very well. I can speak it fluently, but I think I'm going to struggle with writing it, so no.
Okay.
The only thing I'm trying to do now, I think I'm going to do the audio book. I'm planning to do the audio book.
That is good. That is good. That is good for just listeners and stuff like that. If you can
because many people, we always like get up and go, especially me. So you can just put it in your CD while going to work and you're listening. So I'm gonna do
even at night, before you go to bed as well, that'll be a good thing to kind of listen as well. Because sometimes I just play this background music and just kind of get myself to sleep. So
like this book, like that. I bought a book on Amazon and I couldn't read it myself until I went and downloaded the audio version of it. And I'll go with that.
Well done. But what more can I ask for you? I wanted to ask you a lot of stuff about this book, but I says no. My one might say ask her, the other might say no. I want people to go out there and get the book. Please go get the book. It's called Make Your Life Count. So
can I show them? Please.
Yeah, show it to them. Can you see
this is the book. It's available on Amazon and it's simple to read, please. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll put that online, and we'll actually flag that through as well, so people can go out there and get the book, Make Your Life Count, from Bola Praise. Amazing lady. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Bola, before we let you go, where can people find you, like social media, please?
www.altarofpraisewithbolapraise.blogspot.com. And on Facebook, it's just Bola Praise. On Instagram is Bola Praise 1. So those are my social media handles.
Wonderful. Bola, thank you so much for sharing your book with us. Viewers at home, please support your girl, Bola Praise. The book is called Make Your Life Count. If you want to be blessed today, that's the book you have to look out for. Okay, viewers at home, stay tuned for more of the show. We got so much lined up on today. More to come. We'll be right back. Take it away.